Hello, dear young minds. We have reached at this seventh video of the chapter motion, and in this video, we are going to discuss about area under a VT graph and slope of VT graph. All right, area means the unit of area is meter square, right? And what do you mean by slope? As I proceed into the video, I'll explain you. All right. Without wasting any of time, let's get started. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel at this initial stage only, because we are providing this series of videos from the chapter motion. Then we'll go on to make videos about laws of motion, then work energy power, then about gravitation, then sound. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, because it is your subscription which gives us a lot of support to make all these videos. All right, so first of all, let us see area under VT graph. All right, let us have a look at this concept, area under VT graph. Okay, now you have idea about VT graph, right? So for example, I have drawn any graph here, means this is velocity and this is velocity time graph. If I draw any graph like this, for example, what does it mean? For example, let us take this as 5 meter per second. All right, and let us take this motion up to 0 to for example 20 seconds. All right, 0 to 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 7 8, all that whatever measure is there, that is there, but up to 20 seconds we have drawn like this. Now what is the velocity of this body? Look at this. For this entire time period, entire time frame, whatever we have taken, velocity of the body is a constant, that is like 5 meter per second. All right, now what is the time period? The time period is also not as in constant, it is 20 seconds. No, up to 20 seconds we have drawn this, so time period is going to be 20 seconds. All right, so if I want to find out the displacement is equal to formula is VT, right? Because we know that velocity is equal to displacement divided by time, and displacement is equal to V into T. All right, V is 5 and T is 20. 5 into 20 is 100 meter, so displacement is going to be 100 meter. That is quite obvious. Now for example, if I draw any one line here, and if I name this one as O, and this is A, and this is B, and this point is C. Now if we calculate this area, whatever I am marking red, no, so if we calculate this area of this, area of OABCO, don't you think it is a rectangle? So rectangle area is a length is OA and breadth is AB, so OA into AB. OA is 5, no, so 0 to 5 it is means, of course it is the value of this OA is 5. And how about AB? AB is there for 20 seconds, no, from this point to this point. This is OC. Same is AB by symmetry. So that is like 20. So 5 into 20 is 100 meter. So area of OABCO. Area of OABCO. How much we got? We got it as 100. And look here, here also 100. And what is this value? This is displacement. That means we got one very important thing. What is that? Area under VT graph if we are calculating. Area under VT graph if we are calculating, then definitely we are going to get the displacement. All right. So this is the thing what I wanted to tell you. Area under VT graph means it is displacement. Let me give you one example. Here is graph, for example. This is T and this is V, and we have one graph like this. Okay, the body underwent different kinds of velocity changes over time period. Now if you want to calculates the displacement, from this point O you go to A, then you drop one being perpendicular here, let me call it as P. Now whatever this area under O A B O, this area, look at this area. So whatever this area is there, no, so this area is going to represent what? This area is going to represent displacement, that is S. All right, so directly I can write displacement is equal to S is equal to area of, or you can just write area of in bracket O A B O. All right, I know that finding this area is of difficult task. So whatever area we are mentioning here right now, so here is some area now, so whatever this shaded thing is there, this area, finding this area is not easy, because this diagram is not symmetrical, no. Okay, here it was rectangle, so whatever this area was there, so this was rectangle, so easily we can find out this area. But this is not symmetrical shape, we don't know anything about this shape and all. Okay, finding that area is a difficult task, we cannot do that, but the concept says like, I mean, if you find out the area, and definitely we are going to get the displacement. All right, let us do one question. Okay, let us do a question. Velocity time graph, vt graph for a body is shown below, is shown below. Full point. Find displacement of the body, find displacement of the body in this time period, in this time period shown. All right, please take down this question. Okay, velocity time graph is given, the graph is like this. All right, so here is time and here is velocity. The graph is like this. For example, I mean, it went like this. Okay, for example, this is O to A. Okay, O to A, and again it stood straight like this. Okay, this is up to B, and afterwards it came like this, and this is point C. All right, when we mark the points were like this. I mean, this point A is representing, for example, 10 meter per second, and this was up to, let me take it as 5 seconds. All right, so this was up to 5 seconds. All right, this is 90 degree, you know that. And afterwards we are taking this up to 15 seconds, and then afterwards 20 seconds. All right, have a look at this and try to find out the displacement. We know that I mean, displacement means what? Displacement is equal to area of vt graph, no? Area under vt graph. What is this vt graph? O, A, B, C, then back to O. So that's what displacement means. What I will write? I'll write area of O, A, B, C, O. Now in that I'm going to divide this into three parts. Already it is divided. This is the first part, and this is the second part, and this is the third part. All right, so area of first part plus area of second part plus area of third part. So if I find out all of them and add them, then I'm going to get the area. Now first part, when you look at this first part, don't you think OA and this one, I mean, let me name this point as I mean D, and this point as E. All right, don't you think area of first part means area of triangle, that to right triangle OAD? Look at this, OAD, from O then up to point A, OAD. All right, then afterwards plus area of rectangle. I mean, rectangle, what is that rectangle? ABED, and back to A also you can write if you want to write ABEDA. So this is second part. All right, and third part, area of triangle. Which triangle is that? Look at this triangle BEC. All right, so it is going to be BEC. So if you find out these areas, OAD means it will be half into, what is the base? Here is the base. Look at this OD. OD means how much it is? 0 to 5 means it is going to be 5 base into height. What is the height here? Height is dA. So don't you think dA is 10? For example, this distance from this point O to this point, if it is 10 means this dA is also 10. So let me multiply that with 10 plus area of this rectangle ABED. So that is like length into breadth. You can take it as ED into DE. You can easily write ED into DE, and AD means how much it is there? AD means it is 10. So write it directly, 10 into, and DE. What is this DE? So D is 5, and 5 to 15 means, don't you think it is 10? Otherwise you can do it as 15 minus 5. 15 minus 5 is 10, or 5 to 15 means again that is also 10. All right, plus then half into area of triangle BEC means half into base. Base is EC. Okay, let me write half first. I'll write half. Okay, so whatever half is there, already I have written. Then into base. Base means EC. EC is 15 to 20. 15 to 20 is 5. 15 to 20 is 5. And into height, what is the height here? EB is the height. EB is the height means that is also 10. All right, so now 2 ones are 2 fives are, and here also 2 ones are 2 fives are. Then I'm going to get 5 into 5, 25, plus 10 into 10, that is 100, plus then again 5 into 5 is 25. All right, so altogether it is going to be 150 meter. So whatever this displacement is there now, that has to be 150 meter. All right, I hope the concept is quite clear to you. All right, so this is how, whatever may be the velocity time graph, let me give you one homework. Okay, you can comment on the answer, so that you also get some interest. For example, here is the velocity time graph, here is t and here is v. The graph is like this. For example, the body has moved like this. Okay, let me take this as 25 meter per second. Up to some time it has moved, then afterwards it came back to rest like this. I mean, not rest as in velocity has become zero. And if we mark the point, you only mark the points with some alphabets. Okay, this is up to 10 seconds, and this is up to, let me take it as 13 seconds. All right, up to 13 seconds it has become. Now they are asking us to find out the displacement of this graph. All right, because this is vt graph now, by finding out the area, definitely we are going to get the displacement. Please do this as homework and comment on your answer. So basically what I told you, if you are finding area under vt graph, area under vt graph means what you are going to calculate, you are going to calculate displacement. This was the main thing, because this will be used in the further cases. All right, now let us come to slope. Okay, slope of vt graph. Now you must be wondering, what is the meaning of slope? Slope means inclined. Okay, how much it is inclined. All right, in your garden and all, you must have seen, no? For example, this is the ground level, here is the ground level, and they will have all these playing things, no? For example, they will have this incline for the children, where the children can slip. They can slip from here, no? They can come down. All right, it can be made like this, or it can be made like this also. Correct, no? For small children, they will be making like this, no? Which is having more slope. You must be understanding, no? So this incline in park and all, I mean, in water parks it will be there, in normal parks it will be there. I mean, all children will slide over this. Okay, smooth surface, they are usually made up of metals and all. So this one, no, so this one is having more slope. Look at this, more slope, because this has made more angle, and this has made less angle, so this is having less slope. Okay, one is having more slope, another is having less slope, so that is the meaning of slope. Okay, I'll explain you so how to calculate that. Any graph is there, for example, how to find its slope. Okay, any graph is there, how to find its slope. First of all, let us have a look at that, then we'll carry on with other things. For example, this is this is x-axis, and this is y-axis. Any graph is like this. If you want to find out its slope, means this angle is very important. Okay, so if this angle is more, means slope is more. All right, so for example, I have shown two graphs here, first graph and second graph, which is having more slope. Look at this first graph angle, it is more, and second whatever this angle is there, this is less, so this is having less slope. All right, this is having less slope, and this first graph is having more slope. Already I have explained that. Now how to do that mathematically? Okay, so this is x and this is y. Any graph is like this. For example, if I want to find out the slope of this, then choose any 2 points. Okay, let me choose one point here. So let me call it as a, and coordinates of this point a is x1 comma y1. All right, and let me choose one more point b, and coordinates of this point is x2 comma y2. So if I want to find out slope, means the slope is going to be quite simple. So y coordinate, whichever is above, that is y2, minus, and below y coordinate, that is y1, divided by x coordinate above minus x coordinate below. So this is what will give us slope. All right, this is how we are supposed to find out the slope. Any points, you can choose this point also. Okay, so this point is 0 comma 0, you can choose this also. And here also, if you want to find out the slope, so it becomes y1 minus 0 divided by x1 minus 0, that is equal to y1 divided by x1. All right, any point, if you want to choose here, you can choose here also. I mean, slope is calculated between any 2 points. All right, so that's how we are going to calculate the slope. Now, how that slope will be helpful in vt graph? Okay, let us have a look at that. For example, we have got one vt graph. Look at this, this is t and this is v. All right, now for example, the graph is like this. Okay, Graph is like this. Now if we want to find out the slope means I have to choose 2 points. Look at this. This is the first point and this is the second point. It is not necessary that graph has to be like this only. Whatever I have marked here, graph has to be like this only. There is no rule. Graph can be like, it can be like anything. The graph can be drawn like this also. This is T and this is V, and here also we can draw. And I can choose one point here, okay, as I have chosen one point here and another point here, and definitely I'm going to have some coordinate here, here also some coordinate, then I'm going to find out the slope there also. So here if I choose, what will be the coordinates of this point is having coordinates t1, okay, t1, let me write above t1 comma v. Look at this velocity is fixed, no? Some value for v it is fixed, and here time period when I checked from 0 to it has become t1, and at this point time is t2. So and velocity is constant, no, there. What are the coordinates of this? This is like t2 comma v. All right, so this first of all we have to look for x, no. So this is t1 comma v and this is t2 comma v. Now we can compare this with x1 comma y1 and this one as x2 comma y2. Now if I want to find out the slope of this, what is the formula for slope? That is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, and y2 is nothing but v minus y1 is also v divided by t2 minus t1. V minus v is 0. So totally slope has become 0. All right, slope is 0 because this is not making any angle with this x-axis. Now if I draw any graph like this, or if I draw any graph like this, it will be making some angle, so then slope will be there. But here there is no angle, okay, it is parallel to x-axis, this time axis. Now if you see this, acceleration of this graph is also 0, because the name of this graph is, what is this? This is constant velocity, no? If you haven't watched the graphical representation of motion, please go and watch it so that you understand this explanation also. Constant velocity means acceleration is 0. Look at this, and slope is also 0. So that means if we are finding out slope of vt graph, okay, slope of vt graph if we are finding out, so then definitely we are finding out acceleration. All right, so this is what you need to put in your mind. All right, I have shown you with proof. See, slope we got 0 and acceleration also 0 we are getting. All right, so vt graph is there, and if you are finding out slope means you are finding out the acceleration. Is it clear? Okay, so like that you can take it for any graph. For example, this is t and this is v, and here is the graph, and it is mentioned here. For example, it is mentioned as 10 second, and this is mentioned as 20 meter per 10 second, and here it is 20 meter per second, and here is one more point, and it is seen that here it is for example 15 seconds, and here we got this velocity as some value we are getting here. So this velocity as for example 100 meter per second, it has reached 100 meter per second. Okay, if you want to take the acceleration, then you have to write the coordinates. What are the coordinates of this point? Look at this point. Okay, what are the coordinates? That are 10 comma 20. And how about this? This is like 15 comma 100. All right, so this is like x1 y1, and this is like x2 y2. So acceleration is equal to what I'm going to write? I'm going to write y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Y2 is 100 minus y1 is 20 divided by x2 is 15 minus x1 is 10. All right, correct. So then afterwards I'm going to have it as 80 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5 ones are, and 3 is the carry, then 16. So that is like 16 meter per second square. All right, so this acceleration is going to be 16 meter per second square. So wherever you want to find out, for example, if you want to choose these 2 points, here also will get acceleration as 16. Here these 2 points, here also 16. This point and this point, then also 16. Whichever points you choose, everywhere you are going to get it as 16 meter per seconds only, because here the acceleration is constant. What kind of motion it is? It is uniformly increasing velocity, no? What is this? Uniformly increasing velocity it is. All right, so this is the first one. Uniformly increasing velocity means acceleration is going to be constant. All right, so this is how you are supposed to calculate the acceleration. So whichever velocity time graph is there, just find out its slope so that you get the value of acceleration, and this holds good for all the graphs. Whichever graph you take, for everything it will be all right. All right, dear children, I hope the concept of a velocity time graph and how to find out its a slope and how to find the area, it is clear, I guess. So slope of VT graph means we are going to get the acceleration. Please remember this, very very important. And if you are finding out area under VT graph, VT graph means you are going to get the value of displacement. This is the main motto of making these videos, and I have given one homework. Please comment down the answer whatever displacement comes. Thank you very much. Have a good day and bye bye.